Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man. As always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Today I'm going to do another installment of the DVD Songbook Artist DVD lessons, guitar lessons. And what I'm going to do today is another pretty interesting package because I call this one the mix. And what I do, and reason why I call it the mix is I'm giving you several songs from different eras, not just one era, because it's really important to play different eras. Even though if you're a 20-year-old guy or 30-year-old guy, you don't want to play 50 stuff, it's really important that you do because you can take what you've learned from that era because each, I guess, era of music have a formula. You know, like blues music. Blues music is one era, or should I say style of music, that just have a straight formula. And that's one reason why I was initially not in love with blues music, because I'm like, I'm just doing the same thing in a different key. You know, the turnaround, the 3 to 16 bar thing, and then I go into this. Most of them have a formula, and they all have a tendency to sound the same, except for a lot of the artists that came out in the late 80s and 90s. They kind of mashed them together, or kind of R&B with blues, where it kind of have a R&B sound but kind of a blues feel, if that makes any sense. So you know, just like with music from the 50s and 60s, and mainly the late 50s, most of those songs, the turnaround chord is the seventh chord. Just about 100% of the time, or should I say 99.9% of the time, the turnaround chord or the change is going to start with a seventh chord. Almost 99% or almost 100% of the R&B songs got a major 7 chord. And to me, that's the sweetest chord to play with the root on the A string. So what I'm going to do today is kind of give you maybe 3 different eras, because I personally selected these to help you build your core vocabulary. You know, instead of just playing one style, and this is all I know how to play on. If you ask me to play some country and western stuff, I'm lost because I don't know the formula, the format. You know, so I think it's really important that you learn on different eras and styles and formats of music, because there's some people that don't realize there's a format. You know, just like in R&B, there's a format, and blues is definitely a format. You know, and in other songs, you know, rock, you know, the format in most situations is called, you know, the chord is called the power chord, the fifth. You know, the majority of the rock guys, they don't play full bar chords. They play 2 notes. You know, usually it's the E string and the A string, or the A string and the D string, power chords. You know, so once you start to learn and observe the different formulas and formats, you become a much better guitar player. That's why I'm able to play all different styles, because people always comment and say, man, I don't know what you're going to pose next, because, you know, one minute you're doing this and the next minute you 360 somewhere else. You know, so the more you know, the more valuable and the better guitar player you are. So I'm going to give you the list, and this, you get 10 songs for $20, because normally, you know, my tabbing service is $15, 2-song minimum. That's $30. You get here 10 songs for $20. That's if you were to ask me to tab these individually, it'd be over $100. So here is the list. Lakeside, Say Yes. A beautiful song. I mean, the chord progressions in that song is just breathtaking. It's like, whoa. And they're not difficult. It's kind of busy, but it's not so busy that you can't play it. And it's a song worthwhile learning to play. I mean, that song right there is almost worth $20 by itself. You know, so then you get Lakeside, Fantastic Voyage, another funky track. You know, and Lakeside, This Is a Raid. Lakeside, All the Way Live, one of my favorite Lakeside songs, one of their first earliest. Jill Scott, kind of shifting gears here into that neo soul jazz type of thing. The Wait, beautiful jazz chords that I teach you. Not hard to play. Floetry, Say Yes, beautiful song. Vivian Green, Emotional Rollercoaster, real nice modern song. Number 8, Monica, Love All Over Me, beautiful piano ballad, but I'm able to transpose it over to guitar and it sounds good. Really beautiful song, and I urge you guys, check out the music video for it. It's like a tearjerker. It's like, wow, very sincere message, well put together. Really great song, great video. Number 9, The Penguins, Earth Angel, back in that doo-wop era, because like I said, I'm throwing in this so you can understand the formula of doo-wop songs. There's a formula. Like I said, the majority of the turnaround chord or the change coming in, it starts on the A7 or 7th chord. So I want to get you guys familiar with playing that style of formula of music or format. Number 10, per request, real simple song for guitar players. Lip sync Funky Town. It's a funky song and it's a pretty simple song. It doesn't Songs don't have to be extremely complicated to be great. And this is by far a good example of that. So you get those 10 songs for only $20 and a special rate for Andre because Andre asked me to tab two of these songs that are in here already. So if you want all of these songs, Andre, just send me $7 because basically I'm only charging you $5 to $2, which actually is $2.75 to be exact, goes towards shipping and handling. So I will send you out a DVD with all 10 of these songs. If not, I'll just send you out, a DVD of the two songs because the two songs you requested, I'm not going to post on YouTube for copyright reasons, and the file is too big to send via email. So I'll just send you a DVD to your home. So again, if you want all of these, just send me $7. If you don't, I'll just send you out your two songs on DVD. My PayPal information is right down there. So once I receive your payment, I'll send you an email saying I received your payment, and then I will send you out your DVDs the very next day. Please be sure in your PayPal account that you have your email address and your shipping address, so I can send you an email saying I got your money, even though PayPal sends you an email saying you paid that guy, and your shipping information so I can ship out your DVDs. So I'm going to leave a list of the songs that I just mentioned in this DVD because, again, these songs will help build your vocabulary. The best teacher to me are records. You sit down, you listen, you study, you figure it out. I learned a lot by just observing as opposed to going to a university or whatever and sitting in the classroom and watching a guy do a 2-hour performance on the chalkboard. That's important, and I'm sure that's helpful, but there's no better teacher than just observation. Another musician that sits down and play with you, you can learn a lot from him. He can learn a lot from you. So these songs will help build your vocabulary, your core vocabulary. And again, like I said, number one, the Lakeside song is just a beautiful song. I mean, it's well written. If I had to, and then I'm going to sign off, describe Lakeside, I would describe them in this manner. Cameo meets the Temptations. And the reason why I put those two together to describe the Lakeside, because Lakeside, if you really listen to their vocals, they could easily been the doo-wop group. Take the instruments down and sit them down, and they can go their own just on the vocals. And then the reason why I said they were like Cameo because they were funky groovesters too. And I don't think that they got their due. I think Lakeside should have been bigger than what they were. I mean, they were big, but they should have been much bigger than what they were. Because again, if you just sit back and listen to their records and listen to the harmonies and the vocals, like, whoa, these are guys that can sing extremely well and play and write and produce. So on that note, I'm going to sign off. Again, if you're interested in the mix, you get 10 songs, $20. That's less than $2 a song. Actually, it's even lesser when you factor in the PayPal fees that I get hit with, and then I got to ship out your item. So actually, it's almost like $1.70 per song. And you can't beat that because, as you know, I give you a well-detailed, laid out lesson. You see what I'm doing. It's not extremely hard. You get the chords, so it's a great value. So until next time, take care, and as always, thanks for watching.